Initially, I'm from an Indian household. In Indian household, we're supposed to do go to school, get a degree, work. Degree is like a god, like a thing that that's a status for a lot of Indian community, which I understand like a lot of things, but I always been the opposite way, as I like to follow my heart, and whatever I want to do usually doesn't go well with the culture I'm in,
Mm,
and then so I started like this. So the way in beginning I finished school. I actually had 1 year left. I studied IT.
mm.
I had 1 year left of IT and I dropped out because I found Forex through social media and I really got into it.
So how long was you in college for? 3 years.
Yep,
Three
around
years.
3 years.
Okay. And did you discover Forex in college?
Yes, I actually discovered last year of my college.
Last year of your
Uh,
college.
yes, and I actually just started the last year
Mm,
that I needed to finish
yeah.
before. And the way I was doing before was I used to actually wake up at 2 a.m. knowing that London market opens at around. I used to live in Chicago back then. I'm in Florida right now. So I used to wake up early so I can study a little bit, get things done, then go to class around 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I used to just survive on my naps. I used to take a lot of naps instead of sleeping full.
Sure. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's take it back a bit then. Before you found Forex, what else did you venture in terms of, you know, doing things slightly different to what your culture would expect of you to do in terms of like going to university, getting a degree in that? Because clearly it doesn't sound like you went to university. You went straight to college and then dropped out in your last year. So take me back from school. You obviously left school, and then what did you do from there?
So I actually went to high school.
Mm,
Then I went to a college. Here in United States, there's like a public college, and then you go to university. So you finish 2 year of that. Usually, how it works is you finish 2 years, and then you transfer to a university, which I did go to a university for 1 year.
oh,
But the way it works here is you can finish some requirements for the university in your community college. So I choose that route.
mhm.
So I was a little bit ahead. I even graduated high school 1 semester early, so I can go to college earlier.
So you're a
As I
smart
was,
guy.
I mean, I am, but depends. If I like something, yes, I'll put everything into it.
Mhm.
But if I don't like something, I'll drop out of it.
Yeah, sure. So,
Yes.
so did you once you come out of, you left because we call it different things here in the UK, but you
Hmm.
obviously were one semester ahead of everybody else. You went
Yes.
straight to college, was it?
Yes.
And then you done some of the requirements for university in college.
Yes.
Okay. During that period of time, was you just focused on education, or did you do anything else?
So I was actually extremely lost child. Like a lot of teenagers are, a lot of people who are in their early 20s are. They don't actually know what they're doing, right? On top of there, a lot of time there's pressure from the society, from parents, and our parents actually, they worked hard. They came in a different country. They raised us, so it's really hard to the mindset is totally different,
Mm.
and trying to keep everyone happy is where I personally think is that's where everyone struggles, especially kids. A lot of like especially in our culture, a lot of pressure is put on kids to
What
go to finish college, do this, even though kids doesn't want to do it, even if they don't like it, nothing, they have to do it because they're kind of pressured into it. And
what
if you
hap-
don't have
what happens if you don't do it?
society. I mean, I was raised good ways where I don't really care about society, but
Mhm.
what happens in our culture is society plays a big role, meaning if you don't get a degree, you're not smart. If you don't do this right, it's a mentality that's been there for a long time, right? So it's really hard to convince your parents, hey, I don't like studying. I
Mm,
understand like I understand it. Like I said, I just needed one more year of IT. I had when I dropped out, I had good GPA. I had 3.6 out of 4. It's just not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
mm.
It just felt like I was, forcing myself to do it. It didn't feel authentic, like I actually wanted to do it.
So, besides society, then, if you don't really care about society's opinions, really and truly, it's still not your place to make a decision whether you do education or not, because your parents will still continue to pressure you because of how they were raised and what their culture is. So that will be forced upon you in a way, right?
Yes, exactly. Plus, they never like I come from a very poor family. They never had the chance to go get education.
Oh,
Right, right. So the way it worked is, uh, they had to go to school without slippers. They had to walk to school like that, right? So
mm,
they don't really understand this new era, where this era is way different than what it used to be. You can make money
mm,
way many more ways than how it used to be, right? Before you go to college, you get a degree, you get a job. That's how it was. But everything is changed. But but it's so hard for to explain it to them, because obviously they're from their point of view, they're trying to keep their kids happy, and they think the way to keep their kids happy is if the kids have degree and a set path. But I truly believe there is no such a thing as set path.
mm.
Whatever you choose, there is risk.
Yeah, agree. So, in terms of your family and that, do you think that getting agreed to them is like a security in their minds for you, that you would be able to make something of your life in the future? Because obviously things are changing so drastically. We know different, but to them, it's like if you get a degree, you're set for life, basically.
Exactly.
Mm,
So the thing is, I went bold. The
mm,
way the path I chose, I went really bold.
yeah.
And my family knows I'm the kid who follows his heart no matter what. So I'm willing to go against everything in order to what I want to do, as long as I'm not harming anyone.
Yeah, but you must have had to prove yourself before you made that a statement. So in the beginning, initially, they obviously didn't accept it, did they?
They did not accept it. Actually, like I said, I went really bold, but I did start studying Forex, right? But obviously I didn't even know Forex existed. Let me remind, I didn't I all I know was stock. Like everyone knows stock.
Mm,
I didn't even know what Forex was.
mm,
So when I started out, like first time, but I pushed through it. I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this chart? It was so confusing. But I studied, and then I slowly got to understand, oh, okay, how it works. I even remember I used to get happy making 1 penny,
mm.
because it was just like, oh, I actually educated myself and learned something, and it was very rewarding. So then what happened was, my
So,
brother is my biggest.
so wait, was you doing this before you started to go against the grain, before your parents knew you was going against the grain, or was you doing this undercover?
It was undercover.
Yeah.
Not many people knew I was doing this.
Okay.
My brother is the only one who knew, because my brother is everything to me.
Yeah.
So I tell my brother everything, right? But he also has a mentality where you should finish a degree first.
Oh wow.
But he's also very open. He's extremely supportive when it comes to me. He's always supporting me no matter what.
Mm.
I mean, I don't think I've told you, but I don't have parents, right? I live with my uncle and aunt.
Okay.
My parents passed away when I was young. So
Oh,
for me, my brother is everything,
okay. Is
right?
he old? Is he
I
older than you?
Yes, he is older.
Okay.
And from his perspective, I see where he comes from. As he's older, he had to take care of me and himself,
Mm,
right? So he was like, get a degree, then do whatever you want to do, which I understand. I respect his perspective, because he's been through life more than me, so
mm.
he knows, he understands it. But I just it was like I was putting too much energy into something I didn't want to do. I'd rather take that energy and put it into something I want to do to get better results.
How did you know you were going to get better results though?
Hmm? Because
How,
I believe in myself. I'm a good hard worker.
Mm,
I believe that whatever you put your mind to, you can do. You know, it's just matter of actually putting and being real with yourself.
mm,
But that's where I fell off in my story. Like when I tell you more stuff, that's where I messed up, which I accepted. I take full responsibility for it.
mhm.
But now, like, I really want to get better. You know, I'm putting more work into it. No more noise I have, so I'm sticking to a plan and just working for it.
So you went head first basically into really a really unknown world to your family and to what your brother would have wanted for you.
Yes.
And it's really scary, man. Really
It
scary.
trust me, it was scary. Even the way I made the decision. So the way I dropped out is really crazy. I was actually my brother was dropping me off to my apartment in the city
Mhm,
because I used to live in an apartment in the city to go to university. And we were just I love having conversations with my brother, deep conversations about life, this, what we need to do, like just deep talk. And at the same time there was this one song playing, a rap song that resonated with what I wanted to do so well. And I was just telling my brother, like, hey man, I really, really don't want to do this, you know. Like I told him, like, even if I get a degree, I don't want to work in IT field. So what's the point of me having a degree if I'm never going to use it?
mhm,
It's like getting a car and never using a car. What's the point of having a car?
mhm.
And the lyrics in that rap, it wants something like it's crazy, but it wants something like, see, the thing is, if I have something to fall back on, then I won't put my 100% towards something I'm working on. So if
Wow.
I have like a escape,
Yeah.
then the thing is, I'll back of my mind, I'll be like, oh, if I fail, it's okay, because I
Yeah.
can always go back to that. But if I'm just in there going balls deep,
Mm,
then guess what? If I fail, I can't fail. I There is no true option for me to fail. I have to succeed, and that I think that helps me. That's how I think. That's how it motivates me to do better.
mhm.
Because if I have something to fall upon, then I'll just start lacking.
Man, that's crazy. So, and I fully resonate with you for real. But let me ask you something. You said you fell off kind of in a mad way. So he was taking you back to your apartment. You was listening to a rap song. What happened from there? How did you fall off?
I told him, I'm like, dude, because my quarter just started.
Okay.
So I told him I'm just gonna drop out all my classes and just focus on this. Meanwhile, I'll do anything. I'll even go wipe bathrooms to make money. I don't care. Until then, I'll do that and study and eventually be better in Forex
So this is when
refinance.
you started your Forex journey.
Yes, basically, this is
How
when
long
I
ago was
started.
this?
This was about 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, so it's not that long in terms of everything. It really is not. And then I told my brother, and he thought I was joking, but I didn't sleep. I still remember I didn't sleep all night. I was just thinking, should I do it? Should I do? And then I just followed my guts, and I dropped out of all my classes. So I actually get the money back I actually put in,
Mm-hmm.
since it's just 1 week into the college.
Mm-hmm.
And I called him. I'm like, yeah, I dropped out of everything. And he was like, what are you doing? He was shocked.
Wow.
So then the hardest thing was to tell my uncle and aunt, since I live with them. And at first they really like, what are you doing? Like, just go finish your last year of college, you know? Because and I'm like, I really don't want to do it. I'll prove to you one day that I'll for them it's all about money. So
Okay.
it's for my safety, right? Because they've seen the
I understand.
poorest of
Mhm.
time, right? So I'm like, I'll prove to you one day that I'll be making just as, if anything more, one day. And you'll be like, okay, you were right, what you did was perfectly okay.
Wow. 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 So that was 2 years into college, dropped out on the last year, doing so well to take the route of what you wanted to do.
Yes,
It's a big
it
statement.
was.
It's a big statement for people listening, though. Like you said, there's no point doing something you don't enjoy doing. because you're just going to waste time. You're young enough to be able to go back to college in the future if you want to. Do you understand? Or
Hmm.
else, if time passes, you may regret the opportunity to do something you really love and continue to live miserably. Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
you've made that decision. So now tell me, you started trading. We're now 3 years into your trading.
Yes.
Okay, what happened in the first year, second year, and tell us where you're at now.
So the first year, I was just studying a lot. I did. I still didn't understand grasp of the trading, as I was like following too many things. When you're begin, I just wanted to be successful, right? Especially after what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was really hard, but I studied. I studied. I had like I don't know about other, but demo accounts doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can do demo, but it doesn't. I need the real feeling.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get $100 account and do 0.0000001 lot,
Mm-hmm.
but still have my emotions involved to be a better trader. That's just how I work.
Yeah.
For some people, it works doing demo first, then going. I'd rather just put tiny amount I saved up to start trading. So I started doing that, and then I remember I used to stare charge for 12 hours straight, and I make like 10 cents. But I'd be happy, right? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So all that happened, and then this is where I fell off again, which was it's because I met a girl,
How long? Wait.
and
How long into trading until you fell off?
about 6 months,
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
Yes. So, but then what happened was I found a girl
Mm-hmm.
and I started dating, and instead of balancing everything out, I I went too much into the relationship,
Okay.
and I started falling off. I mean, Raj, he's my best friend. I met him then,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to talk to him about everything as well. So I got really into, and then every time I'd slack off, he'd tell me, "Yo, what the hell are you doing? Get get your ass back in the game before like literally he'll be like, I'll slap you if you start being stupid."
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the honeymoon phase, to say so,
Of
with
course.
the relationship, right? So I was putting more time with my girlfriend and all that, and I did. And then it's been about a year now into a relationship. I'm like, yeah, now I need to get back into my dreams,
Mm-hmm.
and now, because at this time in the moment, I thought that we're gonna last for long term, and if your partner really understands, right, they would understand that you have your life, you have to work on your goals, and also the relationship. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna just be asshole and just leave her and then just do my Forex. Just finding the balance was really hard.
Yeah.
So I started doing that again, and then we were gonna go to my brother's wedding in India.
Yeah.
So I worked my ass off. I mean, I slept 4 hours. I worked. I did all overtime I could get. I used to work at a retail store here, and then because I wanted when I go to my brother's wedding, I wanted to enjoy. It's my brother. I love him, and when I'm there, I want to be with him and actually enjoy the moment. And this was my first time I was taking my girlfriend to see my culture. She's not my culture either.
Mm-hmm.
So that again is a huge thing for our culture. She was different race and all that, but I wanted to her to see my culture as well. Like, hey, this is where I come from. This is who I am. This is that. So I actually paid for all her things, tickets, this, that, and I took her because I wanted her to see, like, hey, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went. So like, and when I was working too much, I wasn't giving her time, but I had a valid reason. Logically speaking, as I thought, I had a valid reason
Mm-hmm.
because I was barely sleeping. I was just working, 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 so we could have good time in India. And then I guess she didn't understand. Maybe I was just bad with communication, whatever. Just didn't work out, right? And then we come back,
So she did
and
end up
then
coming. She did go to India with you.
yes, she did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we came back, and then I was like, I told her about all my dreams. Like, this year, I'm gonna start with my Forex hardcore. I feel like I told her, I'm like, I'm not saying because of you I fell off Forex, but I need to focus on more that now again and all that, right?
Mhm.
Respectfully, I wasn't like because of you I did stop, but because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's I gotta take responsibility for my actions, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then all that happened, and then I guess I had credit card bills to pay.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, that trip was expensive, right?
Mhm.
I'm a 23-year-old, 22-year-old guy.
Mhm.
The only way for me to pay off those is to work my. I'm not rich. I don't have money. I don't. So I have to work. That's
Mhm.
the only way. I worked my ass off, but it still didn't help paying off those bills. So kept working more, and then I guess like C cheated on me with some other guy, and I was like, you know, I was working for our future. The way I said is like, I'm working for our future, so we can have better future. The
Mhm.
way I say, struggle now for better tomorrow, right? I always say that to myself.
Mhm.
Struggle right now for better tomorrow. I guess you didn't see it. I found out and all that. Then I got back into trading again. But the worst thing I did was get back into trading right away, as I was still dealing with my emotions,
Mhm.
and I let that emotions get the best of me.
Mhm.
That's where I really messed up. I heard about FTO MO challenge and stuff, and when I look back, I feel so stupid
Mhm.
to why I did that, because but I'm human. I make mistake. I learn from it. So I went back into trading. I'm like, you know what? I was trying to get back the 2 years I lost into my relationship because
How
I
long
was
did that?
thinking, oh,
How long did that relationship last?
about more than 2 years, about 2 years,
Okay.
right? So and for most of those 2 years, I didn't focus on forest as much as I wanted to because of honeymoon phase, this whatever the excuse may be. I just did it, right?
Mm.
And now I wanted to get those 2 years back in a month.
Mm.
That's where I really messed up.
Mm.
And I learned about FDMO challenge, FDMO and everything. And then instead of taking it slow, which I should have, but I didn't realize at the time because I was so angry with the relationship, real life situations. And then all that happened, and I was like, I need to, I need to get this challenge for me to make me feel better or whatever.
Mm.
So I won't feel like shit for wasting 2 years of my life.
Mm.
So I was like, I was really rushing into everything, which is the worst thing you want to do when you're doing forex trading. I learned that the hard way, and I got FTMO challenge many times. I failed because I was rushing because it's a stupid mindset when you think about it, right? How are you gonna able to get 2 years you lost back with 1 month or
Mhm.
2 months or 3 months?
Mhm.
But at the time, I was emotionally involved,
Yes.
so this turned off,
Mhm.
and I started being stupid. So, that's when I even put myself in the group said I got a FDMO challenge. I'm gonna live up to my word. I failed that because I rushed into it because I wanted to get it done as fast as possible,
Yeah.
and that really messed me up. So I said, right now I need to recoup myself, trading everything off, just get my mindset right before I do anything. Because if I keep doing this, it's just gonna get worse and worse,
Yeah.
and I'll keep falling into it.
Mhm.
So I stopped everything. I told Raj, he's like, I talked to him a lot about this because he's only one of my friend who does forex, and he's the one who got me into the community rocks,
Mhm.
right? So I told him, he's like, dude, you need to relax right now. You're being impatient. Just just stop everything. Like I stopped everything for a while, and then I just like, let me gather my thoughts back. What I did wrong. I looked at what I did wrong in this 3 years, and I need to like slowly come back. give myself some time. I'm human, I make mistake, accept it, live with it. Now for better future, I need to take it slow.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at right now.
So when did you come
um
back in? When did you come back to Forex?
uh just
Recently?
like just beginning or middle of December. I did not trade.
This year, just gone. Just
Yes,
2020.
this yes, 2020.
So wait, when did you join? When did you join the community?
About a year.
A year now. You've been here.
Yes, about a year. I think I started in March, I believe. I
Okay,
don't
but
remember.
then during that time, you were still going through your breakup.
That's when I was going through my breakup. I
Jeez,
mean,
wow.
right. I like, but when I did study stuff, I liked it better than my previous stuff, so I stick to it. I got myself the premium membership,
Hmm.
one time payment, so I can always go back and learn
Hmm.
and learn and learn.
Okay, so wait, listen. And then when did this relationship end?
Exactly, I don't know, but the thing is,
When
she
did you
cheated
start?
on me.
Yeah, but when did you start doing dumb shit with FTMO?
Uh, Around the time I joined Rocks Academy,
In
I would
March.
say. Yes, around that time.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
then, so then, what has been happening since March up until December? You were still trying to break free from the relationship.
Basically, yes. And I was trying to clear my credit card debt, which I am happy to say I'll be cleared in a week
Yes.
with all my debt, all my credit card debt. So, because I got my brother got me this new job at his work, since I know a little bit of IT and stuff,
Yeah.
which I'm really grateful for. So that's why I'm in Florida right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have no idea how happy I am. I will have no credit card debts in about a week.
That's
Don't have to worry
incredible,
about it.
man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Man, we both know like in life and you've been through a lot obviously as well and how you've been raised, etc., etc. I lost my dad quite young when I was 5. He committed suicide when I was 5. Then I was raised
Sorry
by
to hear that.
uh, we know it's life, right?
Mhm.
Thank you. But and then I was raised by a stepdad who is an alcoholic, and then my mum who had a lot of problems from her culture. She's Guyanese Indian, so man, like back in their times when it came to life and that, things were really tough. You understand?
Yep.
Like,
Mhm.
man, we're not even talk about it on this podcast, but it was real tough back then for them. You understand? And
Mhm.
then I lost my mum 2 years ago. So maybe obviously older than you, but the point is when you have a purpose in life and you really believe that you want to achieve something, you're going to do anything in your power to do it. But what we also realize on the way up on our journeys and paths is that as much as we want it to be as smooth as we think it could be, because we're hard workers and we put in more hours than other people, and we can understand things differently and process things differently to others, that things should happen much more quicker. But again, just like we know, it's not always the case. Do you understand? For the majority of us, there's a lot of things that are going to get in our way and stop us from getting to where we want to get to. But it's at those moments in times where we either allow those things to defeat us and sink us back into the brainwashed mindset that we have, so accustomed to from being raised, get back to college, do this. And it starts to make you doubt whether the journey you're on is correct or whether you should resign to the fact that what your uncle, auntie, brother have said in the past, you should go to college, was the right thing. And that can really, really make you feel down and stop you progressing. Do you understand? But the thing
Mhm.
is, as well, what I've seen with you and what I've seen with myself and many more other successful people that, or even not successful, just people that are in this journey, those that do end up becoming successful are the ones that go through these problems, girlfriends cheating on them, getting divorced, going through court cases, losing my mum, losing your parents, going into debt. If at those points you stop, that's when you become the majority. And as we know, the majority don't end up, unfortunately, Some people happy, some people not, but they don't end up reaching their dreams. They always dream about it, but never get to their dreams. But it's those that continue pushing through those moments and continuing to try and, find their way around the hurdles and over the obstacles will eventually come out at the end and succeed. And without those moments as well, one, you'd never experience life. So you'd always have an element of not being so appreciative when you do have those things. And two, those experiences are what really shape your mind and your decisions moving forward. So it's been a tough journey for you, situation. Again, sorry to hear about your parents as well. And obviously having, that mindset around you, but you clearly are very focused about what you want. You've got distracted, and I think it's a perfect time to be distracted. You understand? Because you experienced it now. You're not going to allow that to happen again. And if you do, that's when, then you become stupid. Happen once is fine, but twice is just a joke. So once it's happened, you've experienced it. You understand? Now moving forward, you've messed up on FTMO. Happens. Yeah. You royally messed up on FTMO. Do you understand? But now you know that in the future, it's not going to be sustainable for you to think that you can make yourself happier or make life better by rushing the process of a business, because that's what it is. Trading is a business, because everything takes time. Do you understand? And then you've gone through the hardship of being in debt, still having that pressure to have to prove to other people that, guess what? I told you I'm dropping out of college, I'm going to make a lot more money, same amount, if not more money, by trading, but I haven't proved it to you yet. But you've gone into debt, and now you've brought yourself out of it. So everything is lining up, everything is directing or showing signs that you are on the right path, bro. And when it comes to emotions, man, we know this is the biggest killer in Forex. You understand?
Yes.
Trade anything, period, life, period. Anxiety, stress kills more people than anything else. Do you understand? Like, it's a big deal. So what you've gone through is natural, is normal. And the only way you're going to be able to deal with this in the future, or deal with it better in the future, is only if you experienced it now, which you have. So yes, it's a bad thing. It's very sad and blah, blah, blah. But to be honest with you, I think it's a moment to rejoice. It's better that you're not with the bitch anymore, because you could have married her and had a child and she could have cheated on you. Do you understand?
Right.
Yeah. So it's better it happens now. You saw her true signs. You've gone through a heartbreak, probably, hopefully the last one, but you go through your first heartbreak. You realize it can be a distraction. So maybe you need to make better decisions moving forward in terms of rushing to introduce people to your family and wanting to shag up. I get love is love, man. I've been married, divorced, and remarried, bro. I really know what it's about. And I have 2 children as well. But the point is you've gone through it. Now you was in debt. Now you're almost out of debt, bro. 2021 is your year.
Yep.
1000%.
Yes.
It's your year, man. Like what more worse could come of what has happened up until now?
Right.
For true, unless you put yourself in that situation to make it worse. Do you understand? If you decide in 3 months' time, now you're out of debt and you've got your credit cards back again, you go and meet another girl, then more fool you. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to get back to where you was when you was 22, and you had the balls to make the decisions, to say to the elders around you that this is the decision I'm making because this is my focus, this is my aim, and this is what I'm going to achieve.
Right.
Yeah, you was distracted, which is fine because you can learn from that. But now in 2021, it's about you and only you. Yeah, you and only you. And man, being debt free, bro, is the best feeling in the world. Like,
trust me, I felt like I was just getting more and more debt, and then I changed my job. I got here, and when I put it on a paper, making my salary and everything, and I put it on the paper, I was like, by end of 2020, I will be debt free.
wow.
Well, almost a week later, but still,
No, you're dead.
I'm debt free, and that is like so much pressure off my shoulder.
But you've already proved it, yeah? You're a high achiever. You're you're a smart guy. You're very responsible. You have a lot of respect for life and the people around you. You have all the attributes that you can take in any direction you want.
Right.
The only thing that has failed you which I don't believe is a failure, it's an experience, is the fact that you fell in love and got distracted.
Yes.
And love is blind. What they say, love is blind. Man, that is the truth.
Right.
First 6 to 9 months is that honeymoon period. And
Yes.
like, to be honest with you, you don't even know a person in the first 9 months. It's just all, let's just go out, drink, party, and have sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Right.
literally what it. Maybe you didn't have sex, but don't talk, don't say nothing more. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what they say, right? Maybe
Right.
sex, no sex before marriage, sort of thing here, right? We're sticking to the cultures, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean, right? That's what it's
Right.
about. It's a honeymoon period. You're doing all of that shit. No one farts around each other. No one picks their nose, and then 9 months later, everybody's a dirty tramp. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, you fell in love, so love is blind. That's happened. You got distracted. If we really think about it now, you know, and you ask yourself, is that really me? You probably turn around and be like, no, that's not really the person that I am. It was just my heart took over, and man
I
was
agree.
I was searching for some love, and yeah, you know, so that's not you.
Right.
But you've proved this year from March and still trying to figure out whether you're with her, you're not with her, and how you're going to deal with things, that you still can put an actionable plan in place and achieve the desired results that you're looking for, because you've shown humility by going back and working in IT so that you can
Right.
make money to clear your debts by the end of 2020, and you've made it happen.
Right.
So imagine now, once you're debt free, you've got over the emotions, because I'm sure you have, because that was back in 2020, right? That was the past
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Look what could happen in the next 12 weeks, bro.
Yes.
Your whole life could change.
Most definitely.
So you're on the right path, man. Do you feel you are?
I feel I am. I got back with studying Forex again with the right mindset.
Yeah.
I am not going to rush into anything. No more FTMO challenge. Nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Before I get any kind of challenge, I am going to do 100 trade challenge first on back testing. Before that, I am not being stupid. I am done being stupid.
Absolutely, man. Well, that's the thing. Now you just proved to yourself that you're done being stupid by allowing some time to pass to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish, like the 100 trade challenge. Be disciplined for 20 days straight. Maybe do a couple FTMO trials and pass 3 of them in a row. 3 months. Then make a plan. If you're going to do FTMO, another 3 months is only 6 months of the year. Bro, before you know it, by the end of the year, you could be funded with 3 accounts making 30 grand a month. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
things can change. It doesn't have to happen today. Take your
Yes.
time. Think about how fast last year went since March when you started the challenges.
Crazy.
It's gone like that
Yes.
within a second. But what you have to make sure you're doing now is just utilizing every moment you get, but at the same time, not judging yourself too much on the immediate results, and continuing to remember and put things in perspective. There is still a lot of time. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a lot of time. I don't think I need to tell you. I think you already know. But listen, man, I think for the viewers out there, that was a very compelling story. And I'd like to say I'm sorry you've gone through what you've gone through, but I'm also like to say that I'm happy that you have,
I am happy I have.
because, man, I've gone through a lot, bro, but I'm telling you, it really does shape you.
Mm-hmm.
And it really changes a lot that goes up here,
Right.
and changes a lot of your perspective on life, man. And I believe there's a lot you can read in books and hear from others. I'm not saying I wish bad on people, but I'm just saying some people have to feel before they hear. And I think that's why mentors, and that's why looking up to people and reading certain books about people's lifestyle and hearing their stories is a great thing, because if you can liken it to a situation that you've gone through in life and compare it and see that someone else can come at the end of it, it means you can do the exact same thing. Whatever else somebody else has achieved, you can achieve also. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And you've got a great friend, Raj, who's a phenomenal trader. You have
An amazing human.
amazing
Great
human,
human
man.
being.
Such a beautiful
Yes.
good-hearted guy, man. Actually, great guy. I'm really happy to know him myself, and obviously mentor of the community, man. Like, so much support he provides. Great guy. I can't wait to meet him. And you know, you have other support around you that you know you can turn to as well. And now your story's out there, bro. Like, you can just wipe the burden off your shoulders, man.
Yes.
take it off, leave it in the past, and let's just keep moving forward,
Yes, sir.
bro.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
So tell us, what is your plans? That's what we want to know. Finally, we're interested to
All
know.
right. All right. My plan, like I said before, I don't do at least 100 trade back testing, not not thinking about FDMO, not doing anything regarding FDMO. So I'm going to study. One thing I need to work on is I want to see what I want to focus on. Do I want to do
Correct.
4H, 1H? Do I want to do 1 minute? Do I want to do 5 minute?
Yeah.
And the thing about that is I have to figure that out myself.
One
There
thousand
is no
percent.
one, right? There is no one who can help.
1000%.
So previously, when I did beginning, I did enjoy 5 minute
Yeah.
when I wasn't in rocks. So I'm going to study that. I'm going to back test that, and I'll see. And I think I'm also going to back test and do 100 trade challenge for 4H and 1H,
Mm-hmm.
as I've seen videos of Raj doing, and it like the way he explains, the way he trades, it's really clear. I understand it, you know. So I also want to do that. Those two things I want to do by end of 2021. I want to be funded with FTMO accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more than happy with one
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really taking it slow this time. I don't want to rush into anything. I've I've already lost too much money, too much time, too much emotions on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. What I am thinking, however, is just get a small, maybe $100, $200 account and trade with real money with only one lot size 0.01,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel as if that just helps me more,
Mm-hmm.
because my $100 is invested, so it's real money. It just makes me feel like it's actually real, instead of doing demo.
Mm-hmm.
I can do demo, but I in previously just when I do demo, I just don't care
Yeah.
because my real emotions are not involved. My real money is not involved. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some back testing. I'm going to get an account from a broker with $100 only,
Mm-hmm.
nothing crazy, and trade with that money and see how I do with that. As since my real emotions will be involved in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then go from there.
Go from there. So
Yes.
you could break this up because timescales are very important. Not
Mm-hmm.
that you need to meet your targets or your goals by then, but timescales are very important so that you not flow in. Just like
Mm-hmm.
you put on a piece of paper, by the end of 2020, I'm going to be debt free. Look, you haven't achieved debt free, but you will be in a week.
Right.
It's still a huge achievement, but you put it on a paper. In terms of what you're doing now, I think the first plan, as you said, discover what it is you want to trade.
Right.
That's the first thing. That might take a day, a week, or a month. Yeah. But
Right.
in theory, you should be able to figure this out in a month or so.
Yes.
Once you figured it out, you've gone through your personal life, you understand your schedule, you know what you like and enjoy the most, higher time frames in terms of more relaxing, chill, kick back, less trades, but still I don't have to do so much. Smaller time frames, be more active on the charts, get in, get out, less, invest 3 hours a day onto the time frames, go about my day. There's the things, the questions you have to ask yourself. Next step is to then go and take that approach you believe is going to be the best approach for you. Back test 100 trades. A
Mm-hmm.
person would say, do it live, like you've just mentioned. No point back testing on replay mode or softball Forex. Just trade live with $100, $200, 0.01, do 100 trades back testing. Not only will you learn how to adapt to market conditions, you understand different time scales, you'll be understand the realistic, probably not even a word, but the realism of how long you might have to be waiting for trades, how long you might be in trades. Is it realistic if taking FTMO to trade the strategy? Would I have enough opportunities within a month, etc., etc.? So that will help
Right.
set you up and be more prepared. Once you've gone through that process, you then need to evaluate where you're at in terms of your confidence, in terms of your financial situation, in terms of your emotions, etc., etc., and then make a decision. Well, look, am I now at the stage where I'm prepared to go for FTMO? Next step then would be to say to yourself, well, I've gone through all of that process. It may take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Say, before I go for FTMO, let's now move from the broker I'm used to the FTMO broker. Let's use a trial, go for the trial, and let's see if I can pass three in a row over the next few weeks or so and get used to their spreads, their market conditions, etc., etc. And if you do well there and you're still feeling confident and ready, then there's nothing really stopping you other than finances moving forward to take the real challenge. It's going to be a journey, but it's going to be a beautiful one. And as you said, there's no rush because you already know how quickly 2 years can get wasted. So
Right.
to invest a full year on focusing on you is hardly nothing compared to what you can gain back from the hard work you're about to put in.
Right.
Perspective is everything, and you've
Mm-hmm.
got long-term perspective, and that's why you will succeed. But you have to make sure you balance in your studying with your work, which is important because you need money, also
Right.
your health and your well-being. Never neglect that because
Right.
there will be a point in time because you're human. You are going to get very tired. You are going to feel like giving up because you may not get the desired results you're looking for. So you need to make sure that you have a fine balance between putting in too much work. I'm probably talking to the wrong person here. I know you know how to study, but at the same time, just don't burn out because you don't want your mind to transition from look what I could have achieved in the last 2 years if I continue to do it to now look what I'm not achieving in 6 months. And really and truly, is it going to actually take me another 18 months or whatever else to get there? You know,
Right.
you know what I mean? Give yourself a
Mm-hmm.
break, give yourself some time as well,
Right.
just to chill out. Like my aim in 2021, because in 2020, bro, I worked 7 days a week, 10, 12, 15 hours a day, burnt myself out.
Right.
I'm very happy with what I achieved, but I feel I only worked to about 30, 40% of my capacity. This
Right.
year, I moved into an office, quiet surroundings, more focused, got support around me now as well so that I can take off some of the workload that I don't need so I can really focus on my trading and other aspects of my life. And this year, my focus is Monday to Friday, 13 hours a day, 5 in the morning till 7 o'clock at night, and then Saturday and Sunday for me and my family
Right.
because everybody needs time to recoup. So remember
Mm-hmm.
that it's not
Okay.
how hard you work. Hard work is essential, but make sure you find the balance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Am I talking
Mm-hmm.
too much shit? But you
No,
get it.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Sure.
Balance is everything.
Balance everything, man. Don't allow desperation to take over because you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve and could have
Right.
achieved if you didn't get distracted. That's what I'm trying to say
Mm-hmm.
in short. But
Yes.
listen, meat man, a very compelling journey up until now. And would love to have you back on in the near future to hear how you're doing, how far you've come. But I'm glad I think you're the first person up until now to say to me, oh, my plan is to do FTMO and pass that as soon as possible. Like you are really, you have it mapped out. You know what you're looking for. You know how you're going to get it. And bro, with that mindset, I'm telling you, you'll get it, man. You'll get it.
Thank you so much, man.
You didn't even say I want 3 accounts. You said just one. That will do. You understand? Like,
Yes.
bro, you're a smart guy for such a young guy. And I just want to wish you well. We all wish you well. And we really appreciate you sharing your story with us and onwards and upwards, baby.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Oh,
Appreciate all you do for us, and you really helped me a lot.
absolutely.
You
Thank you,
will.
man. Thank you.
Thank you.